What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell Jr. Okay, for those who don't know, Gary Russell Jr. has been trying to pursue a fight with Leo Santa Cruz for the last year and a half. Okay, really for the last 2 years. He's been wanting that fight, he's been asking for that fight, and he hasn't been getting that fight. Okay, the powers that be, they're both Hayman fighters. Gary Russell Jr. is one of those guys that is unlike a PBC fighter. That's why I'm really surprised that he went to the PBC. And he is actually the whistleblower, and he's that person that's letting people know that, no, I'm not happy with these motherfuckers. I am not. I want the Leo Santa Cruz fight. I'm the WBC champion. You have the other champion, which is Leo Santa Cruz, in my same weight class. Why aren't we fighting? Okay? That's old news because he's not allowed to get that particular fight, right? And I'll counterpunch that later. So, what he does is he goes and sees Leo Santa Cruz's dad. He comes up, he puts his arms around him. He says, yeah, I like that, is his necklace. He said, yeah, I like that necklace. So he has the camera right there. So he references to the camera with his arms around his dad's neck, or really back, because it's really a hug. It ain't like an assault. It's more like, hey, I'm getting closer. Yeah, I like them. I licked them. Then he says, Leo Santa Cruz, yeah, I got your dad right here. Stop ducking me. Stop ducking me. And his dad, I guess, either walked off or whatnot and really understood what he was saying or whatnot and left. But he was like, yeah, just stop talking. Then he commenced talking to the camera and really toward that message towards Leo Santa Cruz. See, y'all can get a hold of your dad. I can get a hold of your dad, though. Y'all think y'all can just run up in here and me not say nothing, And I wasn't going to do a video about it. That's why I'm covering it with this, because I have some more to add to this. Okay, so what happens is he got a lot of people pissed off. He pissed off Leo Santa Cruz, of course. I would have took offense to that, of what he said. It was aggressive. It wasn't the best way to handle that. However, Gary Russell, you got to consider the fact Gary Russell's been dicked around for the last 2 years by Hayman. And he's the one that's actually telling everyone that Hayman is not letting these two guys fight. Let me tell you why. He's not letting them fight simply because he has two champions on his stable. One's making money on the Mexican side. Gary Russell Jr. is probably fighting once a year. You know why he's fighting only once a year? Easy. Because he is telling people how displeased he is about that promotional outfit or that network outfit, right? And because he's doing that, he's not getting the fights that he wants. But it wouldn't have mattered because Hayman, I think, before Gary Russell Jr. showed his disinterest, he was already stringing along Gary Russell Jr. And Gary Russell was telling him, like, dude, I want to test myself. Let me fight the other champs. Hayman, of course, didn't want to do that, right? Now, I do question if Ruiz beats Joshua, will Ruiz, fight Wilder right away? So, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I do question. Like, will that even happen now based on these set of fighters? Because these guys are in the same weight class. They're both champions. There will be no problem to make that fight, but it hasn't happened. Now, Leo Santa Cruz comes out and makes a statement, says he won't fight Gary Russell Jr. after Gary Russell disrespected his dad. What the fuck is wrong with him? And Leo Santa Cruz, doesn't talk a lot. Kind of remind you of a book nerd, really. You know what I mean? He he's quiet. And he was a PBC guy with Hayman or whatnot. Hayman does a lot for these fighters. I know that. That's why he has to do something for them personal to gain their trust. So Leo Santa Cruz is not fighting him because of that disrespectful, and it really wasn't that bad. I know when a person's talking shit and when he's not. Gary Russell Jr. wasn't going to do anything to his father. Okay? That wasn't even a physical altercation. He did talk shit. Yeah, I can touch out and reach your father, though. I can get your father. That was actually him boosting up the profile of the idea and luring Leo Santa Cruz into a fight because, hey, dude, I can come up on your daddy and tell you in front of your daddy's face, stop ducking me. Stop ducking me. And then the one thing you do is what? No, I'm not fighting him because of that. That doesn't make any sense. That makes no natural sense, and it tells me now that Al Hayman has these fighters so fucking controlled. That's why I understand why Gary Russell Jr. is getting or having this type of backlash. He's having this backlash and limited of fights because he's saying, oh, nobody wants to get in the ring with me. No, motherfucker. Your advisor don't want to put you in the ring as punishment for you talking shit about his outfit. You don't talk shit about Al Hayman and you then work. Look what happened to Gervonta Tank Davis last year when he was so displeased with Mayweather. Same shit, guys. PBC, Mayweather, Al Hayman, they're all the same outfit, okay? How many times did he fight last year? Once. Why? Because he showed how disinterested he was, saying subliminal messages across social media, Twitter. That's how it happened, okay? That's how that shit happened. Gary Russell's doing the same thing. You're getting the same treatment. So he tries to come out and and think outside the box. Oh, there's his dad. I'm gonna fuck with him and make him fight me. He still won't do it because what happened to Al Hayman has already probably told Leo Santa Cruz, you don't have to ever worry about fighting that motherfucker. You're not gonna lose, and I'm not gonna lose money from you guys fighting each other because it won't be a big enough fight for me to make money and everyone else. That's what he's worried about. So I just find it strange though that because I don't see Leo Santa Cruz just saying I won't fight you because you disrespected my father. That's exactly what you fucking supposed to do. Now it's personal. He's supposed to go out there like Tim Bradley did after winning the Pacquiao fight and fight Ruslan Bravanikov toe to toe and damn near got his head knocked off, but he did it anyway. That's the type of shit Leo Santa Cruz should do. There is a reason he doesn't want to fight Gary Russell Jr. And that's what I'm talking about. I remember Bob Arum saying that Al Hayman is a cancer for boxing. Well, if he's the cancer, what the fuck is Bob Arum? Full-blown AIDS? You know what I mean? But the way he talked about it, it's stuff like that makes him say this, and I get it. He has two guys, and then he doesn't want them to unify for shit for some reason because he's making money off of them. He's definitely making money off of Leo Santa Cruz because he has a big enough Mexican fan base. If he gets beat by Gary Russell Jr., which he does not, I think he's from D.C. or Maryland. Okay, what'll happen then? That credibility and that fighter himself that he makes money off of, which is Al Hayman, will lose credibility for getting beat by someone like Gary Russell Jr. So my advice to Gary Russell Jr. is, dude, get the fuck out, join the zone, and say, fuck you, Al Hayman. Like, the money's better over here anyway. But they have to supply him with fights if he goes there. So that's another question. Like, well, who the hell is up there that's with the zone? All right, so you got to do your research on that. But anyway, I just find it strange that Leo Santa Cruz, if he was coached to say that, I think that, no, motherfucker, you want this, you got it. But it just shows he's just a passive dude, honestly. I don't really like him as a fighter. I think he's a ducker. I think a lot of those dudes are ducking. They're ducking because they can. They're ducking because they can duck. And then when they get in there with someone worth a shit, look at the Frampton fight. Frampton beat the piss out of him. Why? Because he wasn't ready for that type of opposition. Because he's been fighting all these nobodies like a lot of those PBC guys do. They do the same shit. Al Hayman puts this fucking tomato can, this tomato can, this tomato can, this cab driver, this Uber driver. He will fucking have those guys looking like their resume is like, damn, that dude's resume is 40-0. Yeah, because he fought a bunch of dudes staggering out the pub. Bip, 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 bip. I'm the champion, right? But you ain't fought no one or hasn't defended anything to be a champion. And unification trumps all. So that could happen without those dudes, you know, talking about that. Oh, well, I'm the champ and A-side. Gary Russell Jr. just wants to fight. And Al Hayman is not about that life. He's about making his fighters money by fighting the lowest opposition possible. That's his model. No doubt about it. Okay? So, Leo Santa Cruz refuses to fight Gary Russell Jr. after he felt offended. He was either coached. I'm going to tell you guys something. He was either coached by Al Hayman. Had some highly religious experiment. Or he's a straight up chicken shit. He doesn't want to fight the best. And see, in this article, he claimed that he wouldn't fight him like he has a choice. I don't believe those guys have a choice. And the ones that pretend to have a choice, guess who they are? Gary Russell Jr. He won't be there long. He won't be with the PBC long. Trust me, that ain't going to work for him. So he does might as well seek other representation, right? Elsewhere. But anyway, that's the story of Gary Russell Jr. and Leo Santa Cruz has made his statements. No, I won't fight you. Okay. And that tells me all I need to know about that particular guy. Now, so anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Gary Russell Jr. and Leo Santa Cruz, this whole saga. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.